Good morning, students. How are you? Hope all of you are fine and be healthy at your home. So, stay home and be safe. I am Manpreet Kaur, your geography teacher from California Public School. Today, I will teach you the first chapter of the geography that's name is Representation of Geographical Features. In this chapter, we have to read about the different things, just like maps, scales, directions, and diagrams. So, firstly, we have to discuss about the size of the earth. The size of the earth is too much large. So, means too much vast. So, it is very difficult to see the whole earth in a one time. In actual, if we see from where we have to live, how the earth is, we just say that earth is a flat. But we are wrong. Earth is not a flat. It is spherical in shape. To know the size and shape of the earth, we use some models, photographs, maps to see the earth as a whole part. So, what is a model? Our first question is, what is a model? Model is the representation of an object. Model is the representation of an object. Means some have, all one have some toys. Just like aeroplanes, cars, motorcycles of different types. So these are the models of the real things. How actually they have to see. So these are called the models, or we can say that these are the copies of the models, copies of the real things, and these are called the models. So they are also called the physical models. In models, firstly we have to talk about the globe. What is a globe? Globe is the model of the earth. How our earth it looks, that is the we have to see in the globe. So we can say that globe is the model of the earth. Look at this picture. It is a globe, and our earth is also like that. Our earth is also bent at the 23.5 degree angle. It is also little bit bent. That is the axis, and our earth is around its axis. So one of the most common models used by the geographer is the globe. Globe is the most appropriate model of the earth. It is round like the earth and show all the continents and the oceans in their true shape and the size. How much long the continents, how much long the oceans, we all have to see in the globe. Same size, same shape, we have to see in the globe. And as you know, everything has some advantages as well as the disadvantages. The advantages of globe is the it is just like a earth. As our earth is round, globe is also the round. It also shows the true shape of the oceans as well as the continents. So the disadvantages of the globe are, we can also see half of the globe at a time. Means which part is in front of our eyes, that part we only the see. The part that is behind it we can't be see. Firstly we have to rotate it, then we have to see the next part of the globe. Second one, the globe cannot be dwelt for a part of the earth. Means for a particular part of the earth we cannot make a globe. It's not be possible. So it does not give the detailed information due to its small size. So size is the small, it also shows the less information, not to be very detailed information of any area. It is also difficult to build a large size globe. If we have to build the large size globe, then it is difficult to carry. A large size globe will be bulky and tough to handle. So next is, firstly, globe was developed by the ancient Greek in 150 BC. In about 150 BC. Thus, we need some devices which is simple, easy to make and handle, and can help us to understand Earth in a better way. With the globe, we also need something else that we can use to easy way handle and help Earth, help to Earth understanding in a better way. So then the human being have to make the maps. Have to make the maps. What is a map? Map is the drawing of the earth on a flat area. Map is the drawing of the earth on a flat area. Maps are drawn on the flat surface in place of a curved surface of a globe. Can be useful alternative. So, the word map has been derived from a Latin word mappa, which means clothes or a napkin. Mappa means a cloth or a napkin. Most of the earlier maps were drawn either on the skin or the cloth. Either on the skin or a cloth. Why? Because that early man don't know what is a paper. So they have to use the skin of the animals and some clothes to draw any area map. Ancient maps were on the flat surface as people thought that earth was a flat with sides and corners. As we also know, when we have to see our earth's surface, means that is the flat. Same ancient people also believe that earth is a flat. So, the most famous Asian map of the world was made by the 2nd century AD by the Greek scholar whose name is Claudius Ptolemy. He based his drawings on the mathematical calculations. Means how he draw the map. He drew the map with using the mathematical calculations along information that is provided by the sailors and the explorers. So, the oldest known map made on the baked clay tablet is more than 4000 years old. So, map is a symbolic representation which can show the entire earth surface or the part of it on the flat surface. So, it is not the same as the photograph of the earth surface. As the earth surface is, it's not a same, little bit be a change. When the curved surface is shown on the flat surface of a map, some areas of the earth are distorted. Distorted means disturbed, not to be accurate. For example, take one ball and cut in between and try to be make it flat. It is not be possible. If you try too much, little bit be stretch and maybe it be tear. Not to be flat a proper way. We have to little bit be change. Same way, earth is a round. When we have to draw anything that is on the round, on the flat surface, little bit we need to be a change. It's just like an orange peel when flattened. It will stretch and tear, changing in the size and the shape. Next, when we have to draw any accurate map, we should know these three main qualities. First one, the direction should be shown accurately. In which direction we have to draw the map, that is show proper way and in a accurate manner. Second one, the shape of the landmass and the water bodies should be shown accurately. Properly, where is the landmass is and where are the water bodies, we have to show it. All the areas should be shown in their proper size in relation to each other. Means all areas, how much they have to far, how much they have to near. Proper way we have to show on a particular map. Sometimes a map cannot have all these qualities. Therefore, the choice of the map depends upon the use for which the map is being made or drawn. For which purpose we have to make a map. If we make a map for a proper way, then it's a different. If we have to make a map just a roughly, that is a different thing. Roughly maps we have to call it sketch. Proper way we have to call it the plan. So what is the sketch? Sometimes we have to draw rough maps to find out the location of a place or a places. So these maps do not follow any scale. We need a scale ratio between a map distance and the ground distance. What is a scale? The ratio between a map distance and a ground distance. Map distance and ground distance. That is called the scale. For example, if your friend asks to you, where is your house? He don't know where is your house. Roughly you have to take your copy and pencil and say it, from here you have to move to that street. Street's name is this one. Then take move forward, and here is a one street, leave it. Then again one street come, then enter in it, and last one is my home. So roughly you have to see, not to be see how much distance is this one. No, roughly that is called the sketch. The different parts of such rough drawings do not bear fixed ratio with the ground situations. Such maps are called the sketches. The exact distance and directions are not given on sketches. On sketches, no need of the direction, no nothing else. So the sign and symbols are also not used. Actually, it is a rough map of an area. In the plan, what is a plan? Everything we have to do with the planning. For example, school timetable, everything is planned. Which first period is your, which second period is your, everything is planned. That is called the planning. Plan in the map, everything we have to know. Our committee of the school, firstly they have to discuss from which side we have to make the grounds, from which side we have to make the buildings. In buildings, what is the length of the every room, each room, and how much long of the corridors, how much long of our library, which each and everything they have to discuss about the planning with the architect. Then they have to start any building. That is called the plan. Sometimes we have to draw a map of a very small area, says a house or a school building. That is called the plan, and it is also called the layout plan or the planning. As you have to see the plan of and the house in this picture. So in this picture, where is the bedroom, how much windows, and where it is the door, where is the bath, and where is the closet, where is the kitchen, where is the dining, and where is the living room. Each and everything is the mentioned in. That is called the plan of a house. So you can find length and breadth of each room from the layout plan of your house. The plan is always drawn according to the chosen scale. We have to choose some scale. Means 1 1 kilometer shows that 1 centimeter. Same 50 feet shows 1 meter, 60 feet shows 2 meter. In this way we have to make it the scale. So the plan is always drawn according to the chosen scale. The plans are drawn on a large scale while the maps, and which are shown the large area, are drawn on the small scale maps. Basically plan shows the small area with almost every detail. Now question arises, what is a large scale map and what is the small scale? Large scale means small area and more information, and small scale map is large area with the small information. So that is the small scale. So next is the importance of a map. How the maps are important in our life. Map is comparatively less accurate than the globe. As we have early studied that any curved area, when we have to draw on the flat area, little bit it will be change. So but it has many advantages which make it more useful than a globe. Some of them are as under. We get almost all the facts about the earth from the map. From the map we can get each and everything. They are widely used for planning and administrative purpose. Anything we have to plan, we need of the map. For administrative, where we have to construct the government buildings, each and everything, we need a map. Maps help us to understand the types and distribution of the landforms on the earth. Types and distribution means where are the seas, water bodies, where are the mountains, where is the desert area, where is the plain area. Each and everything we have to know from the maps. Tourists use maps, especially the guide maps, for traveling and reaching their destination. Sometimes we have to move any new place and we don't get more information about such new place, so we use a maps. We have to take the guide map and use it, which thing is easy to visit, from where are the hotels, restaurants, from where we have to stay, which thing we have to see, each and everything is the mention. That is the tourist maps. Next one is our the in this table we have to show map, sketch and plan. Deficit. Map is the two-dimensional representation of the whole or the part of the earth drawn on a scale on a flat surface. Flat surface. And sketch, rough freehand map drawn on the basis of observation. Just we have to imagine, and it represents the main feature of an area or the specific space. Plan is the detailed and the accurate drawing of very small area on a large scale. Small area, large scale means large information. Maps must have a scale and legend. A sketch is drawing not to be scaled. Plan is drawn to scale. One can view the entire world at a glance in the world map. A sketch usually helps record ideas quickly for later use. A plan gives lot information about the particular place. A map can show large amount of details. A sketch may vary from non-detail to detail. Nothing to be important. Maps are basically of three types: physically, political and thematic. Physical map shows the physical features just like mountains, plains and plateau area, desert area. In political maps shows the boundary of any particular area. In thematic maps, we have to see the agriculture, just like crops, in which area more crop is there. For rainfall, for temperature, we have to use the thematic maps. The top of the map is always the north. Every map, on the top of every map, it's an indication of with the arrow that is called the north direction. Yes, dear students, hope all of you have to understand it better way. So, thank you. Be safe at your home.